available now on Arrow Home Video on Blu-ray, is I believe the first US release for Shinji Somai's Sailor Suit and Machine Gun. This is an 80s dramedy. I would say sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's dramatic. It's a drama with light moments, a comedy with dark moments. I'm not really sure. It basically tells the story of a young girl who has thrust upon her being the head of a crime family, which is kind of a silly premise. It sounds like a sitcom, actually. Probably. I'm actually watching this movie. I was surprised that this has never been remade for the US, because this would have been like an ideal 80s comedy. You have this young girl. Sailor suit refers to the school uniform in Japan at the time, might still be, of a sailor suit. And this girl's father was in line to become the new crime boss when the old crime boss died. But unfortunately, this girl's father died before the crime family could find him to tell him. And the rule is that his descendant becomes the mob boss. So you basically have like a 13-year-old girl running a very, very small crime family in Japan, Yakuza family. And I mean, when I say small, it's like 4 guys. So it's the comedy of them going, you're the boss now, and her being reluctant to do that. And then there is some violent clashes with another crime family, and she decides to snap to it and run the crime family, still in the sailor suit, and how she basically is dealing with being thrust into a very adult world of violence and consequences for your decisions, and these kind of, you know, very nurturing, very caring big brother type mobsters who she has control over and who do her bidding. So it is this very strange, quirky, dare I say fun movie of this little girl sort of maintaining her innocence while being thrust into making some very grown-up decisions that impact the outcome of the lives of others. Film I'd never heard of. As I said, I don't believe this ever has had a theatrical release in the US. And as the notes here, the sell sheet that I have says, there weren't a lot of releases in America of this director's work, but he was very influential, very popular, and did some films that are respected, though I had not heard of, probably because they weren't released here. So you, out of the gate, you have 2 choices. You can watch the theatrical or director's cut. Theatrical cut is 111 minutes. That's what I watched. Director's cut is 130 minutes, so an extra 20 minutes of story in this film. You have a bunch of extras that explain who this director was and why he was influential and important, and I believe a trailer and a still gallery. So a really nice package from Arrow. A very nice transfer on this. I mean, it's Arrow, as I always beat to a pulp verbally. If it's Arrow, it's going to be the best looking version of this you've ever seen. So this looks really good. It was shot, I don't have the exact year, I believe it was mid to late 80s, and it has that look. Although not a garish color palette for this, so it just looks sharp and good. And overall, just a very interesting, fun movie that again, probably because they weren't released here, I'm surprised nobody has taken this premise and turned it into a movie or, God, even a sitcom in America. I really enjoyed the new Arrow Blu-ray of Machine Gun and Sailor Suit. Wait. Scratch that. Sailor Suit and Machine Gun.